in here. So I wanted to do another video about one of the builds I made for the assault class, since this is one where, based on the abilities, it's kind of doesn't really offer too many interesting things, but I came up with two setups, which I'll do a separate video for the other build. But this one is called the Technonaut. It combines technology and a juggernaut. So heavy physical melee defense, attack, very high defense. You'll be able to boost your attack ability, and you have very high defensive stance, high total defense, and you'll also be able to use a lot of improved interceptor units. So this setup, you're gonna need your choice between a spear or a heavy weapon. You want something that's going to do a lot of damage, so I choose either or. If you don't have the primary improved weapon holder, then you might just have to do either or, but I'm doing both in this build. And I chose the AMMRS 4TC, and I put some Grim ammo in it for like a boss or something. This is like kind of break the glass weapon it's gonna be for you. As far as the secondaries, I just do the Geist with the armor piercing. My preference is I like to have one pistol with some armor piercing, so that you can hit those armored and other, what's the other guy that has the machine gun, that zombie. You could kind of take that out pretty easily. Definitely another key part of this is going to be this shotgun, the Aragon SP. And as far as the gadgets go, you'll be doing multiple interceptor units. I have 6, so I'm going to pick excuse me. I'm going to pick just the machine gun, the air cannons, and the grenades, and then I'll usually take 2 sets of fences, and I take a bunch of these traps. That's my preference. You can set it up however you want to do it, you can do it, but I normally do the fences to create a defense for the interceptor unit, and then you can create combinations of traps, as far as, have the air cannon wherever the character gets hit to, put the trap where they would land. It's like really easy to estimate the distance if you played it a couple of times, so that's one trap. You could create a line of these in order to lead them to a machine gunner, or placing the machine gunner in a place where it can't be physically attacked. So you can come up with your own traps, but again, this build is just all about physical attacking and boosted interceptor units, and also it incorporates, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. So we talked about that. Oh, so I'll explain this part to you, which is you're going to want to try to boost up the stats for vitality and strength on this one, and you're going to want to, when you go to the skills, choose this setup. So you want Battle Cry, so that you can increase your attack power, which will go hand in hand with being strong melee, and you'll be able to support your group. You're going to pick the strength boost, you're going to pick the vitality boost, and the dex boost, so that you can get some movement. The only ability I choose for this build, this is key to like making the whole thing work, is the defensive style. Your attack power will decrease according to skill and rank, but your defense increases. So we're going to really beef up your attack, so that when you do the defense boost and you lose little attack, you'll still be relatively strong. In addition to that, the high level of vitality plus the gear score of this armor set, the THIPE-CQB armor, if you have the full set here, you'll be able to increase your vitals and then get that gear store boost, and that's key. So you'll be able to, as right here you see I have 570 defense, and I have pretty high vitals as well, and the attack is going to be up there too, even though you have that defensive stance. So this whole build is built on, again, technology and Juggernaut. So technology being the interceptor units, you'll have a interceptor boost with this item, the Scrapper Mask. Make sure you get that. I choose the damage nullifier and the fatal blows avoided to kind of give myself even more kind of in the field strength, but you can do, you know, if you want to do the Dex build, if you want to, you can also, there's one floating around if you ever catch it with Vitality level 2. You just want to get that interceptor unit attack boost 3. So it gives you, in addition to having physical strength, you'll also have that, you're not a one-trick pony. You got interceptor units, and so it's a pretty good setup, especially if you consistently use that attack boost. You're just going to basically go in there and, you know, kill them in one shot. One hit, most of them will be dead with the physical attacks, so, yeah, this is, as far as Assault, this is kind of like the build that I put together. And if it's something that you feel is useful, check it out. You could leave a comment below if you have a question, if I didn't cover anything. Survival equipment right here. Gadget slings, obviously, because it's very gadget-based. Secondary and primary holder. And I do the large survival bag because you're going to need a little weight gain control with all the interceptor units. So, ammo, again, you know, Grim units for this gun, the break the glass gun. I choose some sort of armor piercing. You know, whatever your preference is. If you want to use the 45, that's not. It's, you know, it's your preference. But I pull an armor. I put a couple of Grim, and then the shotgun is gonna be like key as well. Overpressure. So you have this kind of. This gun will be your go-to if things get too sticky. This gun with the armor piercing will be for those units like the armored and the machine gunner. And then you have the 45, which you can use. I'm sorry, the 44 you can use however, but I put a couple of Grim just to give myself a secondary kind of kill gun, like against a boss or something. So that's basically it with the Technonaut. So in summary, increased interceptor units, increased high gear score defense. Armor has the highest, you know, gear score, so I have 570 up here. Attack speed, you're gonna want to incorporate this one. Kind of up to you if you want to get more of the boost. You can do the AT gloves, but I choose this to kind of go with the theme of defense, of it being flame, frost, shock, and so hope you enjoyed, hope it was helpful. If it was, you can subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, where we're at, and I appreciate it. Alright, take it easy.